Valentine's Day, and in tribute of that holiday this month, I'm going to teach you how to add hearts to your hats and scarves in different patterns by doing the heart stitch. When you're starting your heart project, I'm doing a hat here. You're going to want to choose the two colors of yarn you're going to use. I'm using a purple and a white cream. And I did my brim in the purple, so I finished my brim and I decided to do a garter stitch brim. You can also do a rib stitch brim or a folded brim or a rolled brim, whatever kind of brim you are wanting. So I finished how big I want my brim, and I'm ready to add my second color. Now to add the second color, you're going to add from underneath the loom on the inside of the hat so that when you weave your ends in, it's not showing on the outside. So that's really important. But you're going to leave that tail out, and then you're just going to start doing your E-wrap. And I'm going to E-wrap all the way around and pick off. Now, I like to pick off partway through because it makes it so you don't get a ridge by your first peg. And so I'm going to continue to make my first row with my second color, and then I'm going to do 3 rows. So I'm picking over my last few stitches on that third row of white, the new color, and then I'm going to be ready to add my purple in as my heart. So my purple strand has just kind of been hanging out waiting for me to get back around. Now I'm back here. And now what I'm going to do is, if you notice, my loom is marked every other peg. So my odd pegs are marked with some fingernail polish on top, and my even pegs aren't marked. And this is to help me remember where to put my string. So I'm going to start with my white yarn is going to be wrapping all of my even pegs. So I'm going to wrap just the even pegs with white. All my even pegs are wrapped, and now I'm going to take my solid color. This is the color that is going to be my hearts, and I'm going to wrap all my odd pegs. So starting with peg 1, I'm going to wrap all of them in my heart color. So now if you look, I have all of my odd pegs E-wrapped in the purple and all my even pegs E-wrapped in the white, and I'm just going to pick over all the way around. So I've just finished my first row using the 2 colors, and my odd pegs were with the purple and my even pegs were the white. Now my next row is going to be all white because that's my solid color. So I'm going to E-wrap the entire thing in white, because I need to have my solid color surrounding all of the hearts. So as you can see, I've now E-wrapped all the way around my loom with the white. And as I pick over, the bottom odd pegs are the purple, and that is what's going to make my heart stitch and give that heart design. So every time I pull over that purple, that is going to be a heart. So the row I'm picking over now is creating, they're all going to be white because I had that row that I wrapped all white, and this is going to create the space between my hearts. So I'm going to pick that all the way around, and then my next row that I wrap, once again, is going to be all white. So you alternate between doing the 2 colors, one on odd and one on even, and then doing all white E-wrap all the way around to create the look of the hearts. So a very important thing to remember as you're doing your pattern is to always keep both colors strands of yarn on the inside of your loom, so that as you're changing and going back and forth, they're on the inside of the hat, creating this kind of pattern that's on the inside of the hat. And when you're finished, The inside of your hat's gonna have the striped appearance, but it won't show on the outside. On the outside of your hat, you'll have the hearts. Now you can see how the pattern shows up as you do your white rows and then your two color rows alternating back and forth. And it's really important to make sure you do those white rows in between, because if you don't, you will end up with things that do not look like hearts. This was a practice hat I did to try and see what would happen, and here we've got some monsters and we've got things that are blending in. So the best way is when you have white on all sides, or your solid color on all sides, and your heart color is separated, so it really pops out and creates that heart look. So I hope you have a lot of fun making your heart hats and heart projects during this Valentine's season.